1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, everyone out there in Mandolin land, Mike Heading here. Today we're going to break down the classic song Worried Man Blues in the key of G. I kept the arrangement pretty simple, very beginner arrangement. And we're going to work on some up and down picking in this song, some basic bluegrass ornaments, adding some hammer-ons. And this is a great melody because a lot of the phrases can be used in a lot of other classic bluegrass songs. So a lot of these ideas will transfer to a lot of other tunes that you're learning as well. I'm going to break down the whole tune note for note and then show you a bunch of backup I do. So 2-finger strumming, bluegrass chop chords, I'm going to break it all down. All right, here we go. Here's Worried Man Blues in the key of G. All right, let's start breaking down this Worried Man Blues in the key of G. Let me play the first 5 measures and then I'll break it down. Here we go. Let's do that a few times. One more, a little faster. Okay, so we're going to start with our pickup. We're going to start with our 3rd finger of our left hand, our ring finger, on the 5th fret of the D string. So it's a G note. So we're going to walk that down on beats 2 and 3. So count beat 1, 1. Then we're going to play that 5th fret twice. And then down to the 2nd fret on the D string with your 1st finger. And then we're going to play open for the beginning of measure 2. So it sounds like this. 1. And they're all quarter notes. So it's 2, 3, 4, 1. So do 4 downstrokes in a row. If you look below the tab, you'll see the downstrokes are the staple symbols below the tabs. The ups are the V. So follow that really closely. That'd be really important on this song. So 1. And then we're going to play the open D string, like I said. Let's do that one more time. 1. And then measure 2, we're going to hit the open D string with a downstroke, and then we're going to do a down, up, down. So we're just filling that open D string up. So down, down, up, down. It's kind of a fiddle shuffle rhythm. So we're doing down, down, up, down. And then back to that 2nd fret on the D string. And then we're actually going to go back up to the 5th fret on the D string. So we're basically walking down and then back up. So keep your left hand kind of hovering over that 5th fret and 2nd fret. Resist the urge to move your left hand around too much. So let's do that a few times. So 1. One more time. 1. And if you wanted to get the timing of measure 2, if you were unsure of how it sounded, you could just do 4 downstrokes. And you could skip that down up picking if that's throwing you off. So, but let's try it with the down and up picking. 1. Now measure 3, you're going to reach back up to the 5th fret and do down, up, down, up, down. So we're just filling that note up. 1 and 2 and 3. And then we're going to hit the open A string. So that sounds like this. This is a really good song to practice getting good tone, so make sure you're hitting both pairs of strings. Also make sure the last 2 notes of measure 3 are both downstrokes. That'll help you play the timing. So it's 1 and 2 and 3, 4 is how you count that. So let's do 1 through 3. 1. It's pretty much all melody there. The melody is... So skip the pickup, that's just walking down to the melody note. So the melody is... See how we're just filling it up with picking, basically. So we're doing... Now for measure 4, we're going to do an open 2 hammer-on on the A string. So we're basically changing that pitch without doing a down-up. We're playing one downstroke, and then we're hammering on with our left hand. So what I'd recommend is get a good solid first note and really hammer on. And you got to land right next to the fret, just like if you were playing the note. You know, you could you could practice it with the picking to hear how it's supposed to sound. But the goal is to be able to change that pitch with only doing a down. And then I'm going to do down, up, down, up. So you hammer on with a down, and then you do 4 more down ups. And then back to the open A. So if you actually did the right hand on its own, it'd be down, down, up, down, up, down. And if you accidentally hit a down, up at the beginning of measure 4, it's not the end of the world. But you do want to practice implying notes with your left hand that you don't need to pick with your right hand. That's really good practice. So you hit that open A, and then into measure 5, we're going to do that down, down, up, down. Again, that fiddle shuffle picking we were doing. And then one more open D string. So measure 5 sounds like this. So use that open A string at the end of measure 4 to get your left hand ready. So now measure 6, we're going to go into our C chord. We're going to do that same open 2 hammer on, except on the D string this time, not on the A string like we did in measure 4. So you do down, down, up, down. Again, use that. You're just playing a down with your right hand, but you're implying that note. Really hammer it on. It's good practice on the D string. The string is a little thicker, so it takes a little more pressure. And then you're going to reach your second finger up to the 4th fret of the D string. So it sounds like this. It's also good practice that F sharp note, the 4th fret, is not actually in our C chord, but it's in our G scale. That's good practice on using a note that's technically outside of the chord, but it's in the scale of the key we're in, the key of G. So measure 7.